We're at Château Léoville Barton tasting the Primeur 2011 vintage together with Lilian Barton Sartorius. Lilian, can you tell us a little bit about the vintage 2011?
Vintage 2011, not the easiest vintage to make, but then we got used to being quite lazy. 2009 was easy, we had nothing to do and had a great vintage. 2010 we had nothing to do, it was a great vintage. 2011, people say, oh, it's not as good as the last two vintages. So I said, well, the last two vintages were great vintages. This is just a good vintage. So, you know, I think we'll have to shop around, but I think we'll have some lovely wines in 2011.
Was the weather pattern very different in 2011?
Oh, I've never seen a weather pattern like that. I mean, it would have been better off to go to the beach in March and April and sit by the fire in August. Actually, it wasn't that bad, but the spring was too hot, too dry. June was very much too hot, and luckily we had the rain in July and August, but then a bit too much of it maybe. And then again, luckily we had the perfect weather for the harvest, so that's a very important bit.
So what would characterize the wine of 2011, do you think?
Well, for a start, we had lovely mature grapes that came in, so that's the best news of everything, when you have the really nice grapes. We did quite a bit of selection of grapes though, because the exact picking time was slightly difficult this year. The time lapse of being able to not pick them and then picking them was very short.
Are the 2011 wines for laying down or for earlier consumption?
I think, like a lot of Bordeaux, they'll probably be nice between 8 and 10 years. And then we might have lovely surprises in about 18 years. Well, we can meet again in 20 years and discuss again.
Was there any grape that you saw that performed very well during 2011, or?
No, I don't think it was a Merlot year or a Cabernet Sauvignon year. I think they were both very good, picked at the right time.
What is the specific characteristics of the vineyards of Léoville Barton?
Well, we always say it's very important in the Médoc to look at the river. And luckily we have a lot of our vines very close to the river. And of course, being in the Médoc, and for our Cabernet grapes, we're very happy to have the nice pebbles that help to mature the grapes, you know, during the nighttime, reflecting the heat. And then we have a nice blend for the Merlot and the Cabernet Franc, slightly more inland with slightly more sand. And what of course is important also is the clay subsoil that collects the water, so the vines never really suffer from lack of rain.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.